One of the most important responsibilities entailed in teaching a course is to adjudicate student work and provide frequent feedback for students regarding their progress in courses you teach. Students need to know if they understand the course material and how they are doing on course-related tasks. Some feedback may be provided in an informal way, but often evaluation of student work involves assigning it a grade. As an instructor, you are required to clearly articulate the grading policy and evaluation standard for your course or courses. The grading policy must include the percentage of the grade allocated for each type of task, such as tests, quizzes, papers, projects, homework, and daily grades. The evaluation standard includes your grading scale, which specifies the range of numerical grades that are assigned to each letter grade. All information regarding grading policies, including the evaluation standard, must be clearly stated in writing in the course syllabus. Instructors must maintain current and complete grade records for all students and must keep that information about students' grades secure. It is important on the first day of class to clearly articulate the ways in which students will be evaluated in your course by reviewing the portions of your syllabus that reference grading. Be sure to present your grading scale, policies for later missing assignments, whether students may revise assignments, and whether attendance affects their grade. Also, explain how their final grade is determined, which must be based on assigned coursework. Florida State University recommends that you use Blackboard or Canvas to maintain grades. Not only is it considered the most secure, password-protected method for posting grades, but also it allows students to view their graded assignments quickly and conveniently, as well as check up on their current grade in the course. If you use this method, remind students that their grades are only secure if they are careful to log off Blackboard or Canvas when they are finished using it to prevent unintended access to their account by others. Many teachers choose not to use Blackboard or Canvas for keeping grades, and instead use programs like Microsoft Excel or Numbers. While this is an option, you are responsible for providing students the opportunity to be informed of their current course grade at any time. Your faculty supervisor may request that you keep grades in a specific format or using a preferred program to ensure consistency across sections. You should plan to give a formal grade update to everyone in the class multiple times during the semester. Students who are experiencing difficulties in the class will need to know how they are doing prior to the 7th week of classes, in case they wish to drop the class. If attendance plays a role in grading for your course, students also need to know when they have passed the allowed number of absences. It is extremely important that you grade assignments and record them in your gradebook as soon as possible. Students need timely feedback on their progress, and this also reduces the possibility of lost or misplaced papers. Remember that students have the right to know at any point what their current grade in the course is, and your gradebook must be current in order to provide that information. Also remember that an important part of maintaining your gradebooks is keeping track of student attendance. If attendance is a part of the student's grade, you should clearly articulate the class attendance policy on your syllabus and explain it on the first day of classes. Even if attendance is not a part of a student's grade, you need to know who is attending class. You may be requested to provide that information for students receiving specific types of financial aid or who experience difficulties reflected in poor attendance. Take attendance each day of class, but to preserve privacy, do not pass around a sheet for students to sign in. You should keep a record of students as they arrive, or, for larger classes, have your teaching assistant do so. Alternatively, You may collect an assignment, give a quiz, have students submit a note card with their name and date on it, or use some other type of class activity to create a record of those in attendance. The Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act provides legal guidelines for the ways in which academic records, including grades, are to be stored and managed. In general, student grades are to be kept confidential and not displayed or distributed in a way that others can view or access them. For a complete discussion of these policies, please see the FERPA video. Incomplete grades should only be given in exceptional cases when a student has completed a substantial portion of the course and is passing, but becomes unable to complete the course for reasons beyond his or her control. The authority to grant incompletes rests with your faculty supervisor, who must approve all grades of incomplete for classes he or she supervises. Students may appeal a final course grade under certain circumstances, one of which is if a student can show that the grade awarded represents a gross violation of the instructor's own statement of grading criteria. The grading statement used during the appeal process will be the one contained in the course syllabus. Only a course grade can be appealed. Preliminary exams, comprehensive exams, and thesis or dissertation defense issues are reviewed under a separate process. Within 30 calendar days after final grades are posted, the student must contact the instructor and discuss the grade. The student should also document any attempt to do this. It is expected that the student will attempt to resolve the grade dispute first with the instructor and his or her faculty supervisor. However, the student, instructor, or faculty supervisor may consult with the area chair, music undergraduate program director, or associate dean for academic affairs during this process. If no resolution is reached within the 30-day period, the student has 15 additional days to submit a written statement to the area chair or other appropriate administrator, including an account of attempts to resolve the issue as well as evidence to form the basis of an appeal. Within 20 days, the administrator will arrange a grade appeals screening committee consisting of 3 students in the academic area who have no conflicts of interest. Both the student and instructor may attend this meeting. The role of the screening committee is to determine whether the student has presented sufficient evidence to warrant further review. Within 5 days, the screening committee will deliver its decision in writing whether or not to recommend further review. A negative decision will end the appeal, while a positive decision will trigger the 3rd step in the appeals process. Within 20 calendar days of a positive decision from the screening committee, the administrator will appoint and arrange a meeting of a grade appeals board comprised of 3 faculty members and 2 students other than those on the screening committee. The purpose of this board is to determine whether or not to uphold the final grade. They will consider only the evidence provided by the student and the instructor, and both may attend the meeting. The grade will be upheld unless the evidence shows that the grade was awarded in an arbitrary or discriminatory manner, violating the instructor's own evaluation statement. If the original grade is not upheld, the board will recommend that an alternative grade be given. If the student has evidence that the appeals process has deviated from these procedures substantially, resulting in a biased decision, they may consult with the dean of the faculties regarding referral to the Student Academic Relations Committee. This concludes the video on grading and data management.